Hello and a very warm welcome to a brand new video here on my channel here at Comic. A modern robotic mower usually doesn't need any boundary cables anymore. It either needs RTK or has a LiDAR system, or it has none of those at all. Because that's exactly how the TerraMow V600 works, which you see behind me. This robotic mower has no RTK antenna, no LiDAR system and no boundary cable. It works exclusively using AI-supported cameras. And whether that's the future, if this system really works that well, is what I want to explore in this video. Get excited, definitely stay tuned, because I'm going to test this device extensively. The TerraMow V600, which you see driving behind me, is a robotic mower for areas up to 600 square meters. Its big brother, the V1000, even manages 1000 square meters. And the big difference to all the other robotic mowers out there on the market is probably the fact that this robotic mower needs neither a boundary cable, nor an RTK antenna, nor a LiDAR system. Because RTK has the major disadvantage that you always need a clear view up into the sky. And if there's a house nearby or large trees, this system often fails. Additionally, you have the disadvantage with LiDAR systems that they work great in narrow, winding gardens with many reference points. However, on large open areas, they're actually not that good. This robot wants to combine the advantages of both worlds without the disadvantages and has a purely visual concept. It works exclusively via camera with AI and thus recognizes its surroundings, creating optical maps. Almost like a human, it recognizes its surroundings and knows where it can mow and where it shouldn't. I'll present the device in detail in this video, and we'll start off first of all with the unboxing. Let's take a closer look at the TerraMow V600. The 11.8 kilogram robot is sent directly to your home in a sturdy box. You also get the charging station with it, and the nice thing about this charging station, I think, is that it has an integrated roof. The roof is simply attached with screws directly on the back. You can turn the screws in by hand, so you don't need any tools at all, and this way the robot is protected around the clock from rain and other precipitation. Additionally, you receive a power cable for the charging station, and as you can see, the cable is relatively long. I'll measure it again later, but I'd guess it's easily 5 or even more meters. Furthermore, you also get the ground anchors, of course, to anchor the charging station firmly and securely in the ground. In addition, you naturally also have a replacement kit with new blades and the screws to attach these blades. As a grand finale, there's also an instruction manual in printed form and of course the quick start guide, which is in English but well illustrated so you can easily follow along. Just like the V1000, the V600 definitely catches the eye visually. When I first took the robot out of its packaging, it immediately reminded me of a shoe, or rather a pelican. I don't know why, but I'm curious, what do you see here? What's the first thing you think of when you see this device? What does the design remind you of? Let me know by leaving a comment below the video. The device is definitely a visual highlight, but the build quality also leaves nothing to be desired. Despite being plastic, everything is perfectly finished. I haven't found any weak points, nothing wobbles or rattles, except for the disc on the underside with its 3 blades. At the back are the 2 drive wheels and 1 wheel at the front for stability and steering. That's really all there is to it. You can easily replace the blades. A starter set is included. All you'll need is a screwdriver. On the top, you also have a quick menu with 3 buttons, on, off, and the emergency stop, so you can react quickly if needed. What I particularly like about this robot is this rubber bumper running around the front and the sides. This rubber is quite heavy, similar to a bumper car, and it gives me a good, secure feeling that if the robot ever bumps into something, it won't cause any scratches. Neither to the robot itself nor to the object it might bump into. But the absolute highlight has to be the navigation unit right here at the front. TerraMow calls this unit TerraVision 2.0, and it allows the robot to navigate using only cameras. This means the robot doesn't need satellite navigation via RTK, so you don't need an antenna in your garden anymore. This robot also doesn't use laser-guided navigation like the LiDAR system, because everything here runs through the optical cameras. If it really works that well, I think this technology will definitely become the standard in the long run. Because RTK with its antenna has the disadvantage that you have to find a good spot to place it. And the LiDAR system also has its weaknesses on large open areas where there just aren't enough landmarks. This combines the advantages of both versions. I'm really curious to see if it all works as well as they say. For that reason, I'm going to set up the charging station first, plug it in, then give the robot a full charge and set it up in the app. I've installed the charging station here on one of my 3 test areas. The station is firmly attached to the ground, and on the back, I just had to connect the power cable to the charging station using this waterproof connector. That's all there is to it. There's no RTK antenna that I'd have to screw on anywhere. That can be quite difficult anyway with large houses or lots of trees. I also noticed during installation that the robot doesn't necessarily need a Wi-Fi network. It supports 2.4 and 5 GHz. Actually, it even supports 4G. It even comes with a starter data package. As far as I've found out, it's 1 GB in size. This means you can actually let the robot run somewhere even if you don't have Wi-Fi. However, you should still do the updates on your home Wi-Fi, because at the start, it was downloading data for over half an hour. No idea how much data went over the airwaves. To be able to perform the updates, I first had to pair the robot with the app, of course. The app's available for both iOS and Android. I'll put the links in the description below the video. Just download whichever one you need for your phone. The setup was incredibly easy. The app also found the robot immediately via Bluetooth as well. I just had to enter my Wi-Fi credentials and the whole thing was already finished. Now it's getting really exciting. I want to find out if this camera system actually works that well. For this reason, I'm going to do the mapping now, meaning the robot should recognize the edges of my lawn areas completely on its own. What's especially exciting for me are the ground tanks here on this area. Will it recognize them, drive around them, or drive over them just as I want? Additionally, there's a narrow passage here that it has to go through to get to the second lawn area. Across the walkway to the third lawn area, which then continues further down there. The robot follows a quite interesting concept for the mapping process. It drives over the lawn in lanes. Not accurately, not overlapping, but in rather large intervals, and creates a map in the app while doing so. The black manhole cover I have here, it's already recognized and left out of the mapping. But it recognizes this area here, this special corner, and builds the map in the app accordingly to match exactly how it looks. The mapping is complete, and the robot has merged my 3 lawn zones into a single map. The mapping took significantly longer than I'm used to from RTK or LiDAR systems from other manufacturers. But that's simply because this robot didn't just drive along the edge and then fill in the area content. No, it actually drove over the entire lawn zone, measured it, and mapped it out visually. You can see that very nicely in this map. These aren't just some geometric reference points. I can actually recognize every single pebble when scrolling or zooming in. So the AI works very, very well, this camera resolution. I'm curious to see how the whole thing performs during mowing. I'm also curious if this purely optical system can already replace the LiDAR system, because I personally see the future in it. LiDAR creates 3D point clouds with laser beams and recognizes geometric objects within them. So a tree, a flower pot, or a hedgehog are recorded as geometric objects, and the robot can only interpret that information. With an AI camera, it's different. The system creates a visual map. The system is trained, it recognizes trees, it recognizes the flower pot and the hedgehog, and knows what to avoid and where it's allowed to mow. And I'm really curious to see if that works so well, and I'll now just start the first mowing process here on my test area. The edge cutting of the TerraMow is surprisingly precise. As you can see, it handles the outer corners easily, and it also has a very special cutting pattern for the inner corners. It enters the curve, moves forward, and then reverses back into the corner once more to make sure it cuts everything away. None of the other robotic mowers I've tested so far have managed to pull that off. The result, I think, is quite impressive. You can see here a tiny bit remains, but it's significantly less than with many other robotic mowers. The TerraMow V600 has perfectly detected all obstacles around the lawn so far. But what about animals, like a hedgehog for example? Will the robot recognize the hedgehog and spare its life? Yes, it does. The robot either goes around the obstacle or it makes a U-turn, as just happened, mows the rest of the lawn, and at the end it checks if the spot is clear and mows it again. It did have some initial problems with the lids of my valve boxes or this manhole cover. It recognized these lids, skipped them and mowed precisely around them, but it just wouldn't drive over them. That works very, very well now. I've forced the robot to mow this specific area. You can set that directly in the app, assigning areas that should be mowed despite obstacle detection. There, you can also specify that obstacles above a certain height in centimeters should still be considered relevant. So you have a huge number of options to adjust everything in great detail. And you see this area is also mowed very, very well now. And by the way, the outer corner here is also mowed very nicely. Give me some feedback. What do you think of it? Compare it with your own robotic mower. Is it better or is it worse? Write me a comment below the video. After the robot is finished with the main area, it starts mowing the edges. In the schedule, you can individually set whether the robot should mow the entire area, including the edge, or just the edge. You can define that for every single day. The robot has an overlap of 8 centimeters. I set that directly in the app. But you can also choose to mow exactly along the edge. Once the edge cut is done, the robot goes along the edge a second time, but slightly offset inward. And this ensures that the turning zone, where the robot turns and doesn't drive right up to the edge, is definitely mowed. All in all, I have to say, the lawn area looks really, really nice. I have a nice pattern. It's also worth noting that it hasn't rained much lately and it's been very hot, but overall, it's a positive result. And while the robot finishes mowing this area and then moves on to the second and third areas, I'll take you along and show you the app's features. The robot settings are surprisingly diverse. Besides map management and schedules, you can also access the live camera or chat with support depending on your needs. The map management should definitely be interesting. Here you can see your existing map and edit it directly. You can create no-go zones, add new zones, or additional passages. What I find particularly interesting are the intelligent textures, just to see what my lawn looks like and how it was recognized. You can edit the map in many ways. You can create no-go zones or zones that should be mowed specifically. Additional passages are just as possible as new zones. The zones can of course also be edited individually. You can split zones later or even merge them. By the way, you can also set an individual cutting height for each zone. You control all of this via the app. In the robot settings, you have further options. The robot has a rain sensor and can automatically return to the charging station when rain is detected. The rain sensitivity can also be set individually, as can the waiting time after which the robot automatically resumes its work. I also find the robot's AI function interesting. It gives me intelligent suggestions for no-go zones. This means that the robot automatically marks areas on the map that it should preferably not enter. The robot also recognizes danger zones and areas with a steep slope. With the protection function activated, the robot automatically avoids these areas and thus protects itself. By the way, you can set the obstacle detection sensitivity individually. My experiment with my plush hedgehog was, by the way, in standard mode. This mode can be further refined by switching to the sensitive level. In the advanced edge settings, you can also determine how corners should be handled and what the sensitivity for obstacles at the edge should be. Here you can individually choose between low, medium, and high. Let's take a quick look at the mowing settings. Besides the cutting height, you can also individually set the cutting distance to the edge. Using the slider, you set it and see directly on the image how far the robot would cross the edge. At the very bottom, you can also set the mowing direction. This forces the longest and straightest path possible, which simply looks better visually. What I also like very much, besides the great edge cutting, is the robot's mobility. I can pause the robot at any time via the app or via the start or stop button. And with the handle here at the back of the robot, I can easily carry the device around. 11.8 kilos is, of course, a certain weight that I have to lug around here. But this handle makes the whole thing much easier. If I now simply place the robot here on another surface and click on Continue, that is Resume Task in the app, the robot begins to analyze its surroundings. It repositions itself and then continues exactly at this spot. Because through this visual mapping, through this optical recognition, it knows exactly where it is and continues from there. So if you say you have areas that just need to be mowed quickly, grab the robot, put it where it should mow again, press play, and the thing continues exactly where you want it to. The TerraMow V600 reliably does its job here on my 3 test zones. It goes through the passage without any problems, it recognizes the walkways and crosses them easily too. Even the edge areas with my gravel don't pose an obstacle for it. It drives confidently over it without digging in or pushing the gravel out. That absolutely convinced me, even though I was definitely a bit skeptical at first. The cutting performance also looks very, very good. The lawn looks great. I have a nice cutting pattern, as you can see here. That definitely convinced me. This feature with the visual AI map creation is something very special, I think. Because unlike RTK, I don't need an additional antenna with this robotic mower, which I have to position so that a clear view of the sky is guaranteed. I need an extra cable for that, and not everyone has that kind of space. In addition, there are of course the LiDAR systems that work with these laser pulses. That works during the day, it works at night, but just not really reliably, because it only creates geometric shapes and not what you actually see. This robotic mower saw the walkways, it saw the covers, it saw the trees, the chair, the hedgehog, and reacted accordingly, avoided things, or simply mowed right along with them. What's your feedback? Leave me a comment about the TerraMow V600 or its big brother, the V1000. Would that be something for you? Is this the future? Away from LiDAR, away from RTK, purely optical-based obstacle detection or mapping, one should say. I do think that this is the future. Give me some feedback, write a comment under the video, feel free to answer the quiz as well. And if you want to know how much this system costs, what additional functions are hidden behind it, what accessories are available, then also take a look under the video in the description. I'll put the product link for the TerraMow in there for you. You'll also get additional discount codes. You can find everything under the video in the description. I look forward to your feedback. I look forward to the like for this video. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos, and I say thanks for watching until the next video. Take care, bye.